Plaintiff Sheree Hill says the defendant is her cousin, and he not only loves the ladies, but is a show-off as well. Sheree claims one day the defendant borrowed her car to impress a date, and the car got damaged, so she's suing. Defendant Cordell Jones says on the night of the incident, Cordell was taking his date home when out of nowhere, her jealous ex jumped out and started vandalizing Sheree's vehicle. Cordell insists Sheree should go after the man who actually caused the damage.
Tell me what happened.
Well, first, Judge, I'd just like to say I've been mad at you for some time now.
Well, I apologize. Whatever it is I did, what did I do?
I know that you've talked on your show about Dusty's when it was open on Sibley.
The restaurant.
Right. My mother was there one day and she called me. She was like, guess who's here? I'm like, who? She's like, Judge Mathis is here. I'm like, oh, let me talk to him, put him on the phone. And she gave you the phone. He was like, until I said, hey, and just walked on off. You just did me like that.
You know how many people ask me to talk on the phone to their relatives? Now, I'll speak to you while you're there. I'll take a picture. I'll hold a conversation with you. But I'm not going to talk to your relatives by phone as well.
I know.
Because not only will they call one relative, then they'll take me for a sucker and start calling all their relatives. And before it's over, I'll be done had a family reunion. So you're here today.
Yes.
And you can talk to me today. Yeah, I do have a policy. Now I'll talk and do whatever with the person who's with me, but I am not going to allow you to call the neighborhood and put everybody on the phone.
Plaintiff Sheree Hill loaned her car to her cousin, the defendant, so he could impress a woman, but his date's jealous ex ended up vandalizing the vehicle.
All right, tell me what happened.
Okay. Well, today, Judge, just to give you a little background, this is my cousin. My mom and his dad are brothers and sisters. We're a very close family. Since we've grown up together, we've always been close, and as adults, we've stayed close. You know, basically, we're here today because he loves the ladies. He loves to show off for the ladies, and somehow, he just can't keep me out of it. Every time I'm involved, and somehow I come out on the losing end of the stick each time.
If he loves the ladies, it just means he has plenty of money.
He does, and I'm surprised we're here today.
Okay. Well, playboys, they got to have plenty of money to support their habits.
Definitely.
All right.
And I'm not denying that.
I'm not necessarily a playboy. You know, I'm just
you don't
a
spend
single
all your
man.
money on women?
I spend a lot of money on enjoying my life.
Okay.
And women are a part of my life.
All
I'm
right,
a single man.
significant.
I'm a bachelor, you know what I mean? I'm a bachelor.
You don't have any children?
No, sir.
All right. You want to tell me about the car damages? Why are you suing him?
Well, he called me one day and he was like, "Cuz, you know, let me use your car today." And I told him, I said, "Well, no."
Well, hold on. Maybe I meant. Why does you need to use your car? You got plenty of women and plenty of money.
Plenty of women.
And plenty of money. Don't leave that part out.
I've come to the conclusion that he doesn't want all the women in the same car. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure, but
you killing him, Doc. He got him in carloads. You got carloads of women. So on this day, what occurred?
On this day, he called me and asked me could he use the car. At first I was like, no, because of instances that have happened in the past. But, you know, we family at the end of the day, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let you use the car. He took the car, he was gone for the weekend. He was supposed to bring the car back on Saturday, but he didn't come back on Saturday. Instead, on Sunday, I got a call. Hey, cuz, where you at? I'm like, I'm at home. He said, how long you gonna be there? I said, oh, I'll be here, you know, all day. If I'm not, you know, how to leave the car, where to put the keys. He said, well, I have something to tell you. I said, well, what? He was like, I've damaged your car. And I'm just waiting for Ashton Kutcher to jump out. I thought I was being punked because this is like the third time.
Third time what?
That he has damaged my car.
Why do you keep?
Because, you know, I don't know. It won't happen again. It won't happen again.
You said that the first time.
Hold on.
It won't happen
And
again.
the second time, I bet you.
This time, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I knew not to let him use my car, but I'm thinking like, how many accidents can you have? Like he's had these
Boy,
accidents.
he's a sweet talker. He's sweet.
Wait,
He's sweet talk his own cousin. You know he's a bad man.
No.
Go ahead. You're not gonna sweet talk me. Let me hear your
Sir,
side.
I'm not. As far as what she's saying about these cars, it's just incidents that happen. You know, I'm not out wrecking her cars. You know what I mean? I'm a professional driver. You know what I mean? Literally, I drive trucks for a living, so I'm very careful with my driver's license.
Truckloads of women now.
Say right. Not only car loads.
There you go, Doyle.
That's right. Truckloads of women. Go ahead.
On this particular day, I was out with a young lady, and we got through doing whatever we was gonna do, and I was on the way to taking her home. Now I'm pulling in the alley, and all of a sudden she starts freaking out. Reverse, go, pull back. It's a gentleman standing in the alley. Now I'm unaware of who this gentleman is. So as I'm pulling back, I see him break off and run. He hops in the car and he's on me like this. Now the guy jumps out with a big tire iron in his hand and he's at my door. He got my door. I pulled the door open because I see him coming at me. But he right here. Now he's swinging. He's well in the way. He's hitting me on the leg, arm. You know, he's catching me a few times, but I can't get out. It's a Mercedes-Benz, so of course the car is. This is why we're here. You know, it was not a cheap car to fix. So anyway, the neighbors saw what was going on. They called the police. Police come out. The guy's arrested. I press charges. I called my cousin, informed her of what happened.
The next day,
What was the discussion between the two of you?
I told her, I actually wasn't so forthright with her that day. I didn't tell her the details that I just told you. I told her that a guy damaged her car.
Yeah, why did he do it?
Well, he was her ex, and he had been stalking her. And she didn't tell me this until after all of this happened.
See the consequences of being a playboy?
Well, yeah.
There are a lot of consequences
you're right.
that come with being a
you're
playboy.
Right.
But you got so many, the law of averages say you're messing with somebody's woman. At some point, if you got 10 women, somebody has a man and they're cheating, and you might get caught up in that cheating.
Plaintiff Sheree Hill loaned her car to her cousin, the defendant, so he could impress a woman. But his date's jealous ex ended up vandalizing the vehicle.
What did you all discuss after the accident? Was there an agreement that he would pay for the damage or what?
he said that he didn't. This is what he told me. He said, I didn't call you Saturday because I spent all day Saturday taking your car to different places trying to get it fixed because I did not want to bring you your car looking like it
Must
looked.
not have been much wrong with it for him to think he can get it fixed in one day.
Right.
You have a picture?
Yes. Well, if you look at the pictures, you would think that it's just it's just a glass.
Okay, yeah, you can get a windshield fixed in one day. Go ahead.
But on the car, you know, it's a very expensive glass, and then there's also damage to the door. Okay, so he told me that he had spent all day looking, and then the estimate that he got was like $2,700, and he was like, "That's just a bit much, you know. I don't have that." I said, "Well, I have a place that, you know, the family and the people in the neighborhood kind of use, and I got a decent estimate." First, he told me $1,600. So I called Cordell. I told him. He said, "Okay, that's much better."
So what did you all agree on?
He would give me $800 on Friday, and then on the 15th, because on the 15th,
What's the total amount he agreed to pay you?
$1,800.
And he has paid how much?
Nothing.
Okay, good enough. Sir?
There was an agreement, Your Honor. There's one small fact that she left out. When I called her and told her that the estimates that I got was a bit much, we need to go through the insurance. I told her that I attempted to go through my insurance, and they said that they would not cover that because the insurance follows the car, not the driver. So she said, "Bring me the car, bring me the deductible." Wrote her a check for the
Let me
deductible.
see it. Ma'am, I
He
thought
did.
the agreement was $1,800. Now he's telling me the agreement was the deductible, and he provides me with a check.
No, that wasn't the agreement. That's what he wanted to do. But I told him that because he's
Did
had
you
already,
receive a check for $500?
he did give me a check for $500.
Did you cash it?
I cashed it, but I gave him the money back. He was
Because-
asked him, "Didn't I give you the money back?"
Yeah.
I gave him the money back because he said that to wait. He was trying to talk to the lady about
She
getting.
gave you your money back. Why?
She called me and told me her insurance company said that they were going to drop her.
Okay, so that nullified this agreement. Okay, so don't give me something that's
Right,
no
right.
longer relevant. What? is the estimate of damages, and why don't you think you should pay the damages,
Well,
sir?
when she gave this back, she gave it to me saying that, okay, I'm not going to accept your agreement anymore. My insurance told me that they
Sir,
would not.
we're done with that, sir. You didn't have an
Well, no, it
agreement.
was-
Once you accepted that money back, you've nullified that agreement. So let's not talk about that agreement anymore. Sir, why don't you think you should pay?
I did not bust that window. I
Okay.
didn't damage her car.
Okay.
The gentleman is in jail. She's suing the wrong person. We need to be suing him.
All right. Do you have a police report?
Absolutely.
And what is the status of this? Oh, he's in jail now?
He's in jail.
Let me see it. And in the police report, what is it that indicates that he may have done it? I see
He's
you have-
admitted it.
Yeah. He did admit it. Ma'am?
He did tell me that he would pay for it. I
Yeah,
understand.
but you gave him the money back, ma'am.
Plaintiff Sheree Hill loaned her car to her cousin, the defendant, so he could impress a woman. But his date's jealous ex ended up vandalizing the vehicle.
Whatever agreement you all had ended when you gave him the money. We're not going
Well, I
back
have
to
text
that.
messages that when we talked, and he said that he would give
The
me
entire
800.
amount? He said he's going to pay you the entire amount?
Yes.
Let's see those text messages, ma'am. Sir, did you send her a text message saying you would pay the entire amount?
No.
Well, no, those are after our conversation.
Ma'am, read to me where he says he will pay the entire amount.
It says, I don't understand why you haven't sent me the facts. I'm trying to get the money for you. What's the holdup?
What money were you talking about, sir?
The money that for the estimate.
For the entire amount?
For the entire amount.
So you meant to say to her that you were going to pay?
No, I didn't mean to say that I was gonna pay, Your Honor.
Then what are you saying here, sir?
It's really complicated, Your Honor. I didn't.
No, it's not
agree.
at all.
It's
Either
not
you meant
complicated.
you were going to pay for it all or you didn't.
Yeah, I said I was gonna try to get other money, Your Honor.
Okay, so why are you telling me today you don't think you owe because it was somebody else?
I understand.
And now
This
you
my
admit
cousin.
you said
this
you
my
were
cousin. I love her, so I was
Show her a
trying
sign
to
you
go.
love her and pay her this money,
All
sir.
right.
That's how you can show her. You had a good defense because a person who's a victim of a third-party act does not pay because you were a victim just as the car was a victim. So
That's
you
what I
wouldn't
said,
owe her.
Your Honor.
The person who's in jail, I know that's what you
That's what
said,
I'm
Your
saying.
Honor. But you also said this, Your Honor. I was
No, no,
thinking
no.
about women that day. My
Your Honor.
mind wasn't straight because all I got on my mind is women. Soon as I leave here, I'm going to go chase women. 1800 is your judgment. Once again, sir, ordinarily, and so that the public will know, the viewers, you're not liable for things that you have belonging to someone else if you are victimized without any negligence on your own behalf. You can only collect from a person who was negligent with your item. But he was kind enough to say he wanted to pay you all of it. So he does love his cousin.
I know he does.
Give him a kiss. You should give him 1800. Judgment for the plaintiff.
You need to leave these girls alone. And you got a hot car, so leave my hot car alone. You can never use my hot car again.
Okay, cousin. I'm glad you got your way here. That's all I gotta say.